All right, welcome back for another buy request. This time we're looking at AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. Requested from a friend of mine directly with, I'll just give the name Ron. Ron, you know who you are. Anyway, um, Matthew and I have been talking about AMD quite a bit, and we've still been kind of short on it. And I recently closed my short. I opened another one, just a smaller position, but I'm kind of wrapped up now, and I'm thinking that I might open another one here. It's not looking so good for the bulls at this point. Let's go to the weekly chart. We still have a little ways to go for a reversion, and the low end of that fits a measured move beautifully to about 104, 105. One thing to be noteful of is that we are sitting on the 200 period for the weekly chart, so that's kind of where we get a little bit of liquidity for the buyers to come in. But I think that's really just covering. Look a little further and we'll start to see, hey, we broke this ledge here, so we're looking to repeat this trend and maybe find about the middle of it. So everything kind of points towards hitting that 104 or 105 area before we really bounce on this thing. And then this ahead of a Trump presidency where we're going to have lots of new tariffs going on. There's going to be some sort of external revenue service to go and collect on tariffs. Yeah, lots of negative things for companies that source a lot of stuff from other countries. So AMD is kind of one of them too. Not to mention it puts a little pressure on the exports. It doesn't matter where the company's based. If there's going to be some sort of issue there, you're going to have to see that reflected in the chart. The good news is very soon I think we'll get a decent buying opportunity. Maybe, this is a, let's say, sell the rumor, buy the news situation. If things go right in that sense, and we do have earnings coming up on February 4th, we may see an opportunity to get long either down in here or as we pass back through half a measured move. So I'm keeping an eye on this level. I'm not biased bullish on it just yet. I'm more bearish still, and even on the 2-hour chart, we're looking at probable bear flag here if this thing continues to reject like it did here. And then also to kind of take note, there is a bit of a liquidity zone if you look to the left. I always kind of map out zones on a 2-hour chart or 4-hour chart depending on volatility with equities. We have a little bit of a rough go if we get below this level, and it sits kind of in the mean of this consolidation here. So some will see this as a double bottom. I'm going to be skeptical because it didn't quite break the R1 line here with really any force. It wicked up above it and then just rejected immediately. So if this ends up being continuation, let's fit this into another measured move. Pretty obvious. Primary accumulation. Secondary would also put us on that same target. So I'm leaning a little bit more on the bearish side until I see what comes out of this liquidity zone right here. If we break it, cool, we can be short again and start collecting some premium on that. Or if it bounces off of here and really starts to make trend headway here and get above this reversion target, about 121 and 60 cents or so, maybe we can get back into a possible retracement into this liquidity zone up here. But I'm going to rather wait and see. I will trade the trend rather than trade the setup on this one personally. I've already scalped the setup more or less and traded this trend. So I'm pretty much flat on this for a little while. I think it's better to wait and see. So just my opinion on AMD. Kind of, yeah, leave it to the day traders for a couple of days here before you start swinging this. It's going to be a rough road. Thanks again for joining me. And as I said before, anytime you want to reach out to me with a ticker for a request, if I've got time, if I can keep up with things, I will make a video just like this and put it out there just for you. And even if you're the only one who watches it, so what? I like to be able to provide value in this space, and it's for me. It's enjoyable to help others in any way I can. So that's kind of why I'm here. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you around.